Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 83 of the regular season, where the Astros win, ironically, 8-3 over the Oakland A's. Not a bad way to get the road trip started. Astros, big win over the Oakland A's to, take the first game of the series, and pretty darn convincingly. The Astros offense was great. The Astros pitching was good enough. And before we talk about the actual game, it's time to talk about the All-Stars. Ah, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the All-Stars were finally announced today. Voting concluded, and we know who is the starting All-Star team. And we're going to talk about two players, the two finalists the Astros had, which was Jose Altuve and Yordan Alvarez. And you're going to get whiplash from me talking about the two of them. So let's start with Jose Altuve. Voted the American League starter for second base, and my goodness gracious, is it well deserved. The best second baseman in Major League Baseball this season. Elite, and I mean elite, Jose Altuve is back and better than ever. It's a season that by WRC Plus standards is going to end up rivaling his MVP campaign. Jose Altuve is as good as he's ever been, and I've said it a few times. I was terrified after 2020 that I might never talk about this type of Jose Altuve, and I'm just so glad that we are. He more than earned this All-Star appearance. And with this selection, his eighth is now the franchise leader all the time in All-Star game appearances. And it's neat because we're now in the later part of Jose Altuve's career, and that's not a bad thing. It's just how time progresses. And we're going to really soon start seeing all of the, because we already watched the single season records tick away for Jose, and now we're going to slowly watch all of the franchise records, these massive numbers, thought at some points unattainable, tick away, and the nameplates change from Biggio, Bagwell, Berkman, the all-time greats, and switch to Jose Altuve. And it's so well-deserved. The franchise's best player in history now is the franchise's leader in All-Star Game appearances. There is no more deserving person than Jose Altuve. And now on the flip side of that, we're going to go the opposite direction. Yordan Alvarez, not voted an All-Star by the fan voting. And here's the thing, right? He has single-handedly, in case anyone had any thought, right? Because I don't really think anyone did at this point, if I'm being honest. But in case anyone had any just sliver of a thought that it was okay, he single-handedly invalidated All-Star Game appearances. Single-handedly. Look, I haven't cared about All-Star games, and I haven't used All-Stars as an argument in forever. And I think anyone who uses All-Star games as a way to validate or invalidate a player is completely ridiculous. And look, people wanted me to make a full video on this, and I get that. It's terrible that Yordan Alvarez, who is the best hitter on the planet this season, was not voted an All-Star. It is absolutely horrible. I just don't care. Not that I don't think he deserved it. He far and away did. I love Shohei Ohtani, but man, this is ridiculous that he was voted over Yordan Alvarez. Yordan is having the best hitting season since Barry Bonds in Major League Baseball by WRC Plus standards. He's having one of the best seasons this century, and probably the best season this century hitting-wise by a player not juicing. And the fact that he wasn't voted an All-Star shows how terribly flawed the system is. And here's the thing. I would be upset about it if the voting system was voted on by GMs, assistant GMs, and managers, or even just Writers Association, anyone whose opinion actually mattered. But it's not. It's voted on by a bunch of 12-year-olds sitting in their rooms, listening to John Boy Media, wearing Houston Asterisk jerseys, and not wanting an Astro to make it. It's that. And it sucks that he wasn't voted for it, and I understand that people are mad. I can't get worked up on it because I've never put any stock whatsoever into the All-Star game, and especially not fan voting. But I do think this completely, in case the argument wasn't already shattered by all the horrible selections in the past, this single-handedly has ended it for me, and I think a lot of people feel the exact same way. And with that horrifically long intro out of the way, let's talk about the game. Jose Urquidy was weird. 8 innings of work, 3 earned runs, a home run, only 2 strikeouts, which is not what you'd expect from Jose Urquidy, especially in that long of an appearance. For reference, he in 8 innings had 2 strikeouts. Seth Martinez had 2 in 1 inning, which is pretty funny. Positive is only 1 walk and only 4 hits. Did give up, I want to say, 9 hard hit balls. So he was giving up pretty solid contact, but into outs and only 3 runs given up. So not a bad day for Jose Urquidy by any means. Just in my opinion, the definition of mediocre. Seth Martinez, again, relief pitching. Good. Fantastic inning. 1-2-3 pair of strikeouts. Seth Martinez, man, what a random find the Astros have with him. And offensively, we were absolutely fantastic. 7 for 15 with runners in scoring position, and that is the highest number I've seen in a hot minute for the Astros. And, I mean, everyone was getting in on it. Altuve had a pair of times on base, a walk and a base hit. Aledmus Diaz had a pair of base hits. Yordan Alvarez had a big RBI double. Alex Bregman, a 2-run home run. Breggy's back, guys. He is back, and boy, am I excited about it. Speaking of home runs, Martin Maldonado hit a 3-run home run. The simulation is broken. Anyway, but that happened. But back to Bregman. He had a pair of base hits today. He was fantastic. Yuli had 3 tonight. So that's... If Bregman and Yuli start rolling and Maldonado can drag his offense to just close to average, it's so over. It's not even funny. And hey, Myers had a pair of base hits too out there. So a lot of multi-hit evenings. The Astros just a fantastic night offensively. 8 runs. I mean, granted, it's the A's, and they're sort of the little brother of the entire American League this season. Worst win total in Major League Baseball, by the way. Sorry to rub salt in the wounds, A's fans, but I had to bring that up. But a pretty nice, hassle-free win for the Astros tonight to take the first game of the series and the first game of the West Coast road trip. And, yeah, that's about all I have to say for the evening. We go again tomorrow at 4:07 Eastern, 3:07 Central, and I'm streaming for the 2-year anniversary of the channel, so I'm going to probably go live about 5 minutes or 10 minutes before game time, so around 4 o'clock Eastern, around 3 o'clock Central, I'm going to go live. Come and join us. I'm really excited about that. I want to talk a lot about... a little bit of the backstory behind the channel and just all that's happened so far, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love doing the live streams. That, again, 4:07 Eastern, 3:07 Central is the game. The Astros are sending Framber Valdez to the mound, and the Oakland A's are sending Zach Logue to the mound. I'm probably butchering that, sorry in advance, and I'll be here afterwards to talk about it. But that is all I have to say for the evening, so thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Astros.